Delly almost died guarding Steph Curry. No, literally almost died.
Matthew Dellavedova gave everything he had in Game 3 of the NBA Final. Played 39 minutes.
Ended up here at the hospital.
We have footage of this man in an ice tub, like literally to his neck, trying to guard this man.
This man was and still is considered one of the most unguardable baby-faced creatures on the planet. Up to this point, Steph Curry has been straight up embarrassing his opponents during the 2015 NBA postseason.
To the basket, foul, shot's good, behind the head. Green weaving, trying to get the shot up, no call that way. Curry flings it the other way, and he got it! He comes up short, offensive rebound, Curry again, and Curry hits the three!
Wow. This takes us to Game 2 of the NBA Finals, and let's take a look at Steph's check, Matthew Dellavedova, as he collapsed from exhaustion. First, check out how he is so physical holding his ground on the baseline. Steph then reverses back to come up high through a ball screen. Watch how Delly ducks underneath Draymond Green to get small enough to stay attached. This is a ton of effort just to make Curry work on a basic catch. Then he is met with a secondary screen, so he gets skinny on this one. This forces the Warriors into a third pick. You guessed it, he fights through that and he keeps Curry from shooting the ball.
I'm tired.
Shut up, Nick. Dellavedova is tired because of plays like this. Most defenders relax when their man passes the ball, but Delly actually gets engaged. Now, Curry sets a screen, but he stays tight, and I love this. He's probably spent, but he still communicates to his teammates not to switch. As Harrison Barnes attacks the paint, Delly breaks a huge rule of basketball. He takes his eyes off of the ball, and he just focuses on making some beautiful, majestic eye contact with Steph and forces a beautiful deflection. Once again, we see him jumping, but strategically not too high, or maybe athletically, but it is enough to force enough disruption with the shot. When breaking this game down, we could see that he could care less about playing any sort of help defense when there is dribble penetration. Just check out the example of the amount of running that Steph has to do to get the ball into his hands, which clearly is going to take a toll on both of these guys. This amount of running Steph does is incredible. In the 2015 playoffs, he was actually second in offensive miles ran at 1.6, but even more impressive is that his average speed was just over 5 miles per hour. With this crazy amount of movement combined with that bag, Steph is just too good not to contain.
Curry steps back. Oh, Stephen Curry with some magic.
Even gooder example here as Steph gets the ball in transition, goes behind the back, tweener, behind the back again, leaving Delly's shoes back at the elbow. Now this clip has been historically blasted, but I wish people would talk about whose mistake this actually was. Check out what Dellavedova does as he gets on Steph's right shooting hand and opens up his body. This takes away that jump shot. Delly was fully expecting Tristan Kardashian to come down and help inside the paint as this was a 2-on-4. Guarding Steph, there's no time to hang your head. Look at him fight through Andrew Bogut's screen. Then he has to go around him again, making him hit the ground and somehow still contesting the shot. How you feeling right now there, Matthew?
I'm moving very slowly.
I would be too. Delly was also making Steph work on the defensive side of the ball, running him through multiple screens. This will be big later with this crazy finish, but Delly shoots the floater and definitely gets fouled. He's clearly hurting on the ground, but once again, he doesn't complain and he probably limps back faster than the skinny version of James Harden. And then, my friends, we get the play that would have completely made this game different. Dellavedova makes a huge mistake, leaving his feet and making a terrible pass.
Do you realize what you've done?
But then the unthinkable happened.
Down the lane. Oh, he missed it.
But guess who comes up with that loose ball? And
Totally redeem yourself!
although Delly competed insanely hard, Steph is just a terror to guard. Look at the bag. Look at the lefty in and out dribble crossover combo. Then hit you with that right step back jumper, which is very tough for human right-handed players. Now Delly's bag on offense is kind of crazy. I noticed that he had this shot back-to-back right-footed runners in the lane. Steve Nash actually used to do this so you can sneak it over the big man as they're expecting you to take one more step. Ooh, LeBron's IQ is insane. To a lot of people, this just looks like bad defense giving this look up. But this will blow your mind. Now the Warriors are trying to do what is called a show and go, which is where you show or hedge the weaker defender up on the screen, and then he just goes back and returns to his man. Example, Steph's being put in a screen, shows, then goes back. And again, he hedges up, and he does a great job at buying his teammate time to recover. recover. But what makes LeBron's brain insanely special is he knows that this is happening. Watch how he spins back into Steph Curry's direct path, completely sealing him off from recovering.
Great success.
Already at a 2-point game, 45 seconds left, Delly was forced into a switch against none other than Draymond Green. He stunts a little bit on this jumper to help, and then he recovers with an insane box out attempt. Loose ball, and you could probably take a guess at who's coming up with this one. One of Dellavedova's iconic photos comes from this play. Watch how he jumps this gap between the screen to get tight to Steph. I love Curry's IQ here. He knows that Delly has to recover the distance, so he hits him with that pump fake. Now Steph must also be super gassed here as he doesn't even hold up his hand on the follow through. Here comes that photo op. The Australian legend gets the hustle play, but it's not as big as the one down the stretch. Down one with everything on the line, Delly is wide open in the corner. There is absolutely no pouting, no waving his hands here, just pure straight dog. Once again, he finds the ball and then clutches back to back free throws. Now it's Curry's turn, and I noticed something that the Warriors messed up on this play. You can clearly see that Steph was going to set a screen, and that would confuse the defense, but Harrison Barnes begins to curl before Steph is even set. And this allows Delly to stay insanely connected and play great defense. And have you ever seen a white person dunk before? If not, this one has you covered.